Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, soldados y vuestros mercedes. I'm your host, Spanish Galleon, and today we will be hopefully finishing our um our playthrough of Expeditions Conquistador, and it has been such a trip. But before we get into it, we will talk about a few things. Um, I'm just checking to make sure everything is good. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So a couple things of note. One, Viva Panya. Uh, just this week, I have enough essential parts to build the PC, the gaming PC. Ooh, pachi. So I'm gonna double check after the stream to make sure that I can build it, and if I can, I'm going to. But if it looks like I'm still missing some parts, or the manual tells me I'm still missing the parts, whatever it might be, then we'll wait. But I think I will do a stream on. I'll do a stream to show you guys the building process. That could be later today. That could be tomorrow. That could be next week. I don't know yet. I'll confirm it. But yeah, I have the PC. I'll be building it. So then that way I can now have two PCs. So this one is getting older, and I need to replace some parts in it. But it'll be my work PC. I don't have the capabilities, but in the future, I will have the ability to I'll have the ability to build another PC. So I'll have three PCs: a work PC, a stream PC, and a gaming PC, which is the one I'll be building. Not only that, I have a console as well, so we'll be good. Unfortunately, I was not able to do a whole lot of work regarding the gains video. Apologies for that. But it's still in the process. I don't know when it'll happen, but yeah, it'll happen. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading this article about Pope Leo's visit to España. So we'll see. I've decided that from now on, I will be pro Spain, and that if there's one thing I want to do or accomplish in this world, it's to leave my pike in Flanders, or I will recite to you a poem. So it's called Brindis de los Tercios. It is written by Hernando de Acuña or Diego Hernando de Acuña. And it goes like this. No os preguntarán por mí, que en estos tiempos a nadie le da lustre haber nacido según don en casa grande. Pero si pregunta a alguno, bueno será contestarle que español a toda vena. Amé, vení, di mi sangre, pensé poco, recé mucho, jugué bien, perdí bastante. Y porque esa empresa loca que nunca debió tentarme, que perdiendo ofenda a todos, que triunfando alcanza a nadie, no quise salir del mundo así, sin poner mi pica en Flandes. Por España, y el que quiera defenderla, honrado muera. Y el traidor que la abandone, no tenga quien le perdone, ni en tierra santa cobijo, ni una cruz en sus despojos, ni las manos de un buen hijo para cerrarle los ojos. Por España, viva España. Why do I want to do that? Why do I want to put my pike in Flanders? Well, I've done some reading as of late, and I've come to the conclusion that it might be a really rough journey for me. So, by putting my pike in Flanders, I am, at the very least, trying to do what my ancestors have tried to done as well. So I'm connected to them. So, put my pike in Flanders before I go. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading this article. I'm gonna go get some water because I'm thirsty, but other than that, we'll get right into it. Um, okay, we will get into it, but as always, I will be right back. Hello, hello. Sorry, it's a bit of a lazier day, but we'll get right into it. Almost done. Almost done. Now, I've been seeing some, or I guess I went online and I saw some reviews saying that Conquistador and Rome were pretty good, but Viking, not so much. Although, in my personal opinion, I love Conquistador and I do love Rome. I want to play Viking, however, I'll admit I'm a bit deterred from it. So, let me know if you guys want me to, do it if you guys want me to. I don't know. You want me to see? Need to see. The hotkey. Okay, Fortress Chapel. At the chapel, Hermano Perez is leading a handful of the Fortress guards in prayer, blessing them in the name of the Lord so that they may fight well and make it through the upcoming battle alive. Good. Fortress Tavern. El Pollo Diablo seems to be closed owing to the battle preparations because there's nowhere to be found, and said a single guard has been posted outside the door to make sure nobody tries to run off with the barrel of Spanish wine during the chaos of the war. Fair enough. Fortress Workshop. Arvad heads you off on your own way into the workshop. He's looking tired. Senor Armada, my artisans have been working on some things to aid in the defense of the battle, so I have been told. What do you have for me? He motions to a young girl watching from inside the workshop, and she starts to bring out several small wooden chests. Nothing you're unfamiliar with, I should think. 2 net traps, 2 spike traps, 1 lantern. Alberto told me his men would assemble some barricades as well. Think you already got those. If you wish to order more items, we'll expedite the work. Make sure you have everything in time for battle. I think we're fine. We have 20 cannonballs. Lanterns. We'll put some spike traps. He says as he doesn't put spike traps. There's really nothing we can do other than face the enemy. 2 equipment. I'm going to take just the main people I take. The good doctor. Yes, Raphael. The last person I need. Okay, let's go into it. We already saved. Native army. A substantial part of the Aztec army is assembling outside your fortress. It's clear the bulk of their warriors have remained in Tenochtitlan to counter the threat of a direct Totonac assault, but you certainly got your work cut out for you here. The enemy has divided their army into 2 in order to attack your fortress from different sides, but Juan Noriega has assumed command of your garrison and has taken a position on the north flank so you can focus on the east. Night is falling, it looks like the enemy's about to push the attack. You still have a chance to finish preparations, you don't feel ready to face the attack. Nah, let's go. We have Pedro, Sierra, Laszlo, Juan, Isabella. So 1 shooter, 3, 4 fighters, and the doctor. Let's do battle. We could always reload if we really need to. How many? 2, 4, 6. Oh, wait, really? Nah, there's more. Ah. 2, 4, 6. Anyone on the flanks? This is a huge map. I wonder why they made it so enormous. Okay, so it looks like we have 12 enemies to deal with. 6, 2, 4, 6. So 12. It's not bad, but what I'll do is I'll fortify this area here. Well, Okay. We'll wait. I have to travel so far anyway. I think I can take all of them, so it's not anything to be afraid of. What I need to do is I need to take out the hunters because they have those attacks. So, but the doctor can revive, so I'm not too concerned with him. Okay, I need Alejandro to not be cursed. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, boys. Why can't they bring 12 and I can only bring 6? Expeditions, please. Look at all that. Oh, come on, Sierra. We'll send Juan now. That's fine. Oh my gosh. Brother, please. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. Only 6 enemies remaining. What the? Okay, not bad. My 2 guys. I'm waiting to recover all my guys. Absolute Krillama, baby. Flank enemies deal more damage. Okay, when you make sure everything's clear and that no second attack wave will come, you allow your troops to stand down and call your servants to retrieve the wounded for treatment inside the fortress. One area comes over you from his side of the battlefield to make sure everything's alright. Got the blood pumping just like the old days. The natives sure are a mouthful here, quite a lot worse on the balance than the Taino. Nothing we can't handle. He chuckles tight. Don't get cocky. I've heard some worrisome tales of an empire in the south with a city the size of Cordoba, with an enormous pyramid where they sacrifice humans every day. That's not far from the truth. 300 experience. Let's see if we can upgrade the good doctor and Juan. So what's your plan? You've been aiding this insurrection, and the Aztec, you've clearly got their attention. The Totonac will help me overthrow the Aztec. Then, when the Aztec are gone and the Totonac are decimated after the war, we turn on them and take Tenochtitlan for the Spanish crown. Noriega laughs and slaps you jovially on the back. Genius. Just the sort of strategic masterpiece that I would expect from a man of your caliber. When the fighting is died down in Tenochtitlan, I will be there to assist you in the final part of the plan. Together, we will claim this entire region for España! Perfect. I don't think we... Can we gain some... Some equipment that we lost? Oop. Alejandro lost some. Laszlo lost some. Sierra lost one. Rafael. We don't need anything more. I mean, I can make cannibals, I guess. Here, collect my dues. 1 oil? Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. 1 oil? I don't think there's anything more I could do, right? I think that's it. We defeated the natives, so... Okay. I don't think we need a save. The Aztec assault on Fortaleza de Gutierrez has been repelled. Return to Tepic Toton and participate in the assault of Tenochtitlan. Okay. It is 600. I need 1200. I take... What would he gain if I did that? Smoke bomb. Tinkering. +3 to my leadership. Do I not have good leadership? I guess not. Well, upgrade the good doctor then. Can I give 10% more damage? Sharpshooter range, sneak attack, strider. Lock my shots would be pretty good. Keen eye. I want like veteran stuff as well. Point blank. No. Sneak attack. Strider. Lock my shots. Pretty good. Alright, I guess I'll do lock my shots. Yeah. Shalapa. 2 Shalapa. I think everyone is good so far. So we survived the assaults on the Aztecs. And then we have to overthrow the Tepictoton. Or the Totonac. I wish there was an option to like use, like have your natives follow you as allies, like they know you are, I don't know. Xalapa Palace, again, Tepictoton comes out of the palace to meet you in the courtyard and leads you inside. He walks at a brisk pace, hands mostly folded on his stomach, but occasionally flitting up to run one earlobe. Good to see that you have returned safely, my friend. You are confident that your fortress will withstand any potential Aztec attack. In fact, I have arrived at the fortress not long before such an attack took place. We stood our ground, and the fortress is safe. Tepictoton shakes his head. He looks quite distracted. Marvelous, marvelous. We march on Tenochtitlan then, and you will be with us till the end, I hope. Your army is quite large. I doubt my small group will make a difference. Of course, chieftain, I will not let you down at this stage. With its earthen causeways, Tenochtitlan is dangerously defendable. We will launch 1,000 canoes across Lake Texcoco to draw the majority of the Aztec force away from the island. You will lead the first assault in the convoy across the causeways. That sounds risky. Yes, but the risky bit is a specialty of yours. Is it not? Once you are inside the city, you will take the palace with the main body of my army, while the main body of my army secures the city. The objective is to kill or capture Emperor Moctezuma. When we have the Emperor, we will have the city. When do we leave? He wrings his hands. As soon as possible. When you leave here, I will give my word and my army will march to Tenochtitlan. We will secure the shore on the lake and establish our encampment there, so we are ready to attack you when you are. Then I shall make my own preparations. Good luck, chieftain. To you as well. Oh, and Capitan Armada, please keep my daughter safe. Yes, yes, your daughter is safe. She will not be participating anyway. 17. Why is it red? So, from my understanding, if this is not accurate at all to scale, but if Cortez landed here, Tenochtitlan would be here. I mean, Tenochtitlan here, and then Xalapa would be here. All these villages are basically where they were. The Tlaxcalca would be here, so he would have made his way that way. However, the game, well, you know, the game does what the game does, and fudges up a few things. Everyone gets 2 meats. All who can, reserve. All who can't, don't. Okay, good. Do they like me? Do they hate me? Despite the Totonac occupation, life goes on in some form in the Cuautitlan's market, looking only marginally more dour than before. A few scattered townsfolk, probably from the outlying farms, reside over the largely empty baskets. Once we're outside Tenochtitlan, we'll save. And then the farms are raised. The farmer. Leave. I like how he's still programmed to to move, even though, to be fair, the hunt. Oh, nice. 530 days. I think we have to go through the south. Yeah. So this is Lake Texcoco. The game is pretty accurate when it comes to what it looks like. I mean, obviously with the game size and all that stuff, they had to like change it a bit, but again, overall pretty accurate. So, for a bit of context, all right, there's no turning back. Cortez, he entered the city from like the south, stayed, then there was a Spanish contingent. Okay, so he made it disconnected. Hello, hello, hello. So they saw it as a sign of strength, and then they, they joined him. And then from Tlaxcala, which is like in these lands here, they made their way to the south. And again, Tenochtitlan would be over here, but and then south, and then through the South Causeway, which is, there's a west and east and a south causeway. Tenochtitlan, Texcoco, and whatever this one was called were the three cities. So it was a triple alliance, was what the natives called it. Cortez, for his part, did play the politics rather well. I mean, he did study law, so he did know a little bit about human nature and how to get things out legally. When he landed, what he did was he landed, and then he founded a city in which he himself, under the guise of the King of Spain, gave himself command to lead this expedition. Because before, he was under the governor of Cuba. I forgot his name, but he was under his mandate. So then he was like, okay, I give up my command. When he landed, went a little north, founded a village, not this one, but for the sake of argument, this one. He founded a village, and then he went and to proclaim himself. Now I'm starting a new expedition, and his name for his Majesty King Carlos. And then he did all this expedition. He fought at Tlaxcala, came to the south, entered Tenochtitlan, held Moctezuma hostage, which we'll try to do, but in the end, Moctezuma's gonna die. It has to be. And then afterwards, we were going to he's gonna leave to the west in La Noche Triste, where like 80% of his force, because he had about 300 men, so 80% of those guys gone. And then he also had native allies in the thousands, again 80% of them gone. But he had his carpenter with him, so he'd won, or he proclaims that he was crying, but then he called out, "Do I have my carpenter?" "Yes, you do." "Then we have won the war. I'm not concerned." And he just or farms all the way and goes. He goes around north, collects some more Tlaxcalan allies. While he's in Tenochtitlan the first time, he leaves because the governor sends a small contingent to like arrest him. He leaves, he fights them off in Tlaxcala lands, like he sets up an ambush, but this time, because with Spanish tactics, they win. And then he brings those soldiers back, then La Noche Triste, and then he leaves, and he goes back, reclaims regains some of his allies, and properly besieges Tenochtitlan from the north. He even builds like modern Spanish warships, like navios. I don't know if it was a galleon, but I think it was a navio. And he like bombards them. There's a interesting note where they built a trebuchet. And who knows how accurate this is, but I do believe it to be accurate. They build a trebuchet. They test fire it. It shoots the missile straight up, and it comes crashing down and destroys the trebuchet. Which, well, it worked. To destroy. You made something to throw things to destroy objects, and you threw a thing and destroyed an object. So, good on you. Anyway. And then after he besieged it, the city fell. Because everything up until La Noche Triste was like in 1519. Then 1520 and 1521 was the actual siege of Tenochtitlan. It was like 14 months. Then afterwards, he entered the city, and well, the rest is history. Causeway. When you arrive, the war has already been underway for a few days. The Aztec army has withdrawn to the island, where they have dug in, and all that separates the Totonac army from Tenochtitlan now is the highly defensible causeways that connect the island to the mainland. The causeway is interesting because it's like wood, dirt, and then it's like wooden piles. You put on dirt and stone and stuff like that. Then you put more wooden piles bundled together to create like a dirt patch. You have several dirt patches, and between them are like these removable wooden planks. They're like wood, like castles have those wooden doors, like that, but it's like in the middle, so it's like. Anyway, it's really complicated. Continue. You're led to Tepic Toton, who stands on a hill near the lakeside, scouting across the lake with a hand shading his eyes. As soon as you reach him, he speaks to you without turning. I've long imagined standing in this very spot, overlooking this magnificent city. I've never dreamed it would happen so soon. However, this is all thanks to you, Santiago Armada. How fares the war? He finally lowers his hand and turns to face you. He looks slightly overwhelmed by the emotion. Thousands have died on Lake Texcoco. We send our canoes, they send ours. The island is impenetrable. We will never break through their defenses on the causeways. A small, heavily armored unit might. Your troops, yes, that is my hope. Once the causeway is broken, we stand a chance, but it will still be a difficult battle. Of course, the Aztec elite will be defending Moctezuma's palace. I am not confident that my own warriors can stand against all the eagle warriors of Tenochtitlan, but you might have a chance. We must get to the Tlatoani at all costs. As long as he lives, Tenochtitlan will stand. We're gonna backstab him and like take over, so I don't know. I trust that my people will be richly rewarded for putting you on the throne. Greedy followers going around. He nods solemnly and extends his hand to you. I consider you a great personal friend and a close ally. You and yours will be richly rewarded once I control Tenochtitlan, and the bond between our nations shall be unbreakable. Do I have tactics? I do. Send your archers out in your remaining canoes. I will draw their attention so you get close enough to rain arrows down on them. You lay out your exact plan to Tepic Toton, and he gradually lights up as he understands the solidity of your ruse. At the end of your briefing, you're fairly confident that his archers will be able to pull off the maneuver to your specifications. Let us hesitate no longer. We will clear the causeway now. You give the word to Tepic Toton and assemble your troops where the causeway meets the mainland. Just as you're considering whether to launch into a rousing speech, a voice rings out from across the earthen bridge. Armada! Santiago Armada! The High General that Aztec stands in front of the heavily entrenched defenders on the causeway. He is clad in the garb of an eagle warrior, and his posture is powerful to the base of his ornate jade spear resting on the ground before him. Long have you sown discord among the people of these lands. With lies and deceit, you meddle in affairs that do not concern you. With these tools, you seek to bring about the destruction of empire. I want to see where this goes. I've never played this. I've never gotten this far. I'm sure I will make a separate save called Game 3 where it's just the ending, and then from this point on we can choose to like go a different route, or I don't know just yet. But where is your emperor? Did he not dare to face me himself? Capital sweeps his hand in a wide arc in front of you in a dismissive gesture, exaggerated to leave no room for ambiguity even at this distance. You are not worthy to face the great Moctezuma, you wretched pale devil. You are not worthy even to meet your end upon this jade spear. Your godless empire is built on savagery and barbarism, General. When I have crushed you, I will tear down the great temple and build the church of the Lord on top of it. The High General raises his arms and turns in a full circle around himself, raising a cheer from the warriors assembled beside him. Any god who bends to the wishes of mortals is surely weak and unworthy of our fear. The great temple has stood for generations before you came and will stand for generations to come. Capital picks up his spear and throws it down on the causeway towards you. It lands an impressive distance down from the earthen bridge, embedding itself in a tight, packed soil with an audible thump. A loud cheer rings from his warriors as he turns his back on you, arms in the air, and they part before him as he leaves. Assault. Your people form up and march down the causeway. As expected, the Aztec defenders quickly mobilize at their forward defenses, focusing all their attention on your combat group without realizing that a dozen canoes carrying Totonac archers are cutting through the calm waters of the Lake Chicogo on either side of them. With perfect timing, the archers loose their volley just as the defenders pop up to take their first shot at you. The defenders scramble for cover, but several of them fall into the dense hail of arrows. And just as the cruel rain passes, your troops are upon them. La Noche Triste. Kick off the battle for Tenochtitlan. I got an achievement. Let's take Rosalia. Oh, it's who I'm taking. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, I have... Wow. All enemies in 15 turns? Oh my gosh. Okay. I could... Let's see, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 enemies. I could take on 6, for sure. Okay. Dang. Poison already. Oh, 15 turns though? That's unbelievable. Okay, I need to heal her. Ooh, I got lucky there. Me cago en la leche, tío. That's right, I have to watch out for poison. Oh, dang it. Rosalia, no, please. Okay, 13 enemies and 13 turns remain. Oh. 13 enemies. I could get 2 of them maybe. We're all just cursed. I need to throw a candle at him. Oh my gosh, stop! "11 turns remaining." Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Brother, please. Oh. Crippled? How am I crippled? What the? You... I want you to burn. Ten enemies. That's... I don't see how I can even... I don't see how I can even do that. 15... I'm trying to think. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Okay, I don't see how I can even... I'm looking forward to forging a strong alliance between nations when you're in power. The Tonic peoples had turned against you already. You have laid the foundations of your own destruction. The High General raised his spear above his head in a triumphant gesture. You have corrupted the Teutonic people, pouring venom in the ear of their cowardly chieftain for many nights. We have conquered the Teutonics before, and will conquer them again. You and your men will make no difference in the end. I might have to use the holy water. That way I don't have to waste too much time. I can't put it at the very front. I just want to see... I, it would be a pleasure to aid you by killing Moctezuma. Oh, I see. Emperor. You're all just savages to me, General. Your great empire is nothing against the technology of Europe. Lands of Fates. Maybe I should take Montego then, or Ana. Is she aggressive? Oh, she is aggressive. Instead of another one. I need to burn those two. Or maybe I need to burn that guy. Fourteen enemies, 15 turns remaining. Oh my gosh, Isabella. Alejandro, por favor. Trucker. That's okay. I need to take out these guys. Oh my gosh, come on. That's okay. Montego can take them. Oh my gosh. Come on, get him. Okay. Did I? Okay. Okay, he'll take that care of that. Oh my gosh. How? Oh my gosh. It's doable, kind of. Nine. Oh my gosh. He needs to be healed. Oh my gosh. Mother. Great. Uh, 6 enemies, 7 turns. I think.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Five enemies, 6 turns. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can make it because one of them is there, so I have to send Montego all the way. I probably should not have used the fire there. 4 turns, 5 enemies. Because there's a... Two enemies. I think we could do it. I think we could do it. In 3 turns. I need to heal Laszlo. Fine. Get destroyed, dog. Oh. Kinema. Oh, let's go, baby! Let's go! Okay. 0 enemies, 1 turn remaining. We cleared the causeway. I'm going to save. I'm going to make another game called 2.1 or something so I don't ever have to do that again. Your unwavering command and your troops plow through the Aztec defenses, paving the way for the bulk of the Totonac army to follow closely behind you. Tepic Toton's forces build into the enormous city, spreading out into many districts. Tepic Toton himself somehow finds you in the chaos to update you on the strategic situation. Fantastic work, Santiago Armada. My warriors have full access to the city now, but the Aztecs will fight to their last breath while Moctezuma still lives. Your troops must lead the assault on the palace, but there's another problem. It would appear Tlaxcalteca warriors have fortified themselves in the market, and our tactical position is in great jeopardy while they hold a central position. Your people have to root up the Tlaxcalteca, or there's no way we'll be able to take the whole of the city. I will. Good luck. He shakes her hand with the unsettling sense of finality. Good luck, my friend. We're all counting on you. If we go into the market, the Eagle Warriors will break the backbone of the Totonac army at the palace. If we go to the palace, the Tlaxcalteca will crushers from the market. Santiago, our only chance of victory is to split up. Please let me take command of the Tepetotonax Jaguar warriors to deal with one of these battles. Why, princess? I don't know how they'll fare. I didn't give them a lot of stuff. Good call. We'll take the palace. You take the market. Thank you, Capitan. Kitlali bows quickly and leaves the courtyard ahead of a group of Jaguar warriors that look like they're ready to follow her to the underworld if necessary. Okay, save. Game 2, I guess game 2-1. And if we need to redo it, we can. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's take on Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan Palace. Tenochtitlan's palaces have not been treated well by the war. Already, many of them are ablaze, looters and invaders sharing responsibility for the destruction of the beautiful, elaborately decorated buildings. Skirmishes are taking place everywhere in the streets, and you have to fend off several hidden random attacks on your way to Moctezuma's palace. Moctezuma's palace has been turned into a makeshift fortress, a purpose it was clearly not designed for. The most elite warriors of the Aztec Empire have entrenched themselves within the walls. What's my scouting? 13. What's my diplomacy? 10. I guess we could try scouting. Scouting medium. Send a scout to investigate the position. Ana Vidal volunteers to scout the area and sneaks around the side of the building, which she scales elegantly to climb in through a window. When she returns, it is with good news and bad news both. The bad news is that the direct approach seems heavily fortified. There are some dangerous choke points where we could get pinned down while we hack away at barricades. The good news is that the enemies are positioned wide apart, owing to the size of the palace, and if we're careful, we can fight them in isolated groups to try to identify any traps. Vidal flashes a cheeky grin. In every passage, Capitan, but I managed to disarm a nasty net trap in the south corridor connecting the antechamber to Moctezuma's garden. If we had a right before advancing on the Emperor, I think we have nothing to worry about. Okay. Okay, what does this mean? She managed to disarm a nasty nut trap in the south corridor, connecting the antechamber to Moctezuma's garden. I think if we head right before advancing on the Emperor, so we go down the south corridor, we have nothing to worry about. Who do I not need? Rosalia. Oh, am I not taking Sierra? Oh, I'm taking Laszlo, that's right. But I do like Sierra. So, Tayana, I'm sorry. Or, I guess Rafael, because I'm not taking him. Okay. Juan Lawson. I think Laszlo lost some, right? Alright, thank you, Rafael. Holy water, lanterns, torches just light up the area, and I guess a cannonball. $12 enemy. Oh my gosh, come on. Okay. There are traps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, so 4 here. I don't know where the south is. There's gonna be traps. Barricades. Barricades. So we'll take the 3 soldiers and the doctor this way. We'll take Alejandro and Montego this way. Oh, I will not have time. The good doctor set up as well. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. 10 enemies. Okay. Montego has to go this way. So the soldiers will go that way. That's fine. 12 damage though. Come on.
Yeah.
And I have 3 heals, so the first 3 to get to very low without any assistance. Do I have a warrior in hand? No, I don't. My right flank is going to be overrun if I don't act quickly. Oh. Dang. 8 enemies, 10 turns. Do I have? I do have. It's fine. We have 3 turns. This guy's dead. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, soldiers. Sierra needs to start breaking the wall. Aha. That's fine. Oh, come on. I might have to heal Montego when I have the chance. Seven enemies, 10 turns. What does Curse do, I wonder? Oh my gosh, Juan is a beast. He's just beasting and beasting. Ah. Okay, 3 turns, 3 enemies, 5 turns. He's dead. We'll send Juan and Sierra to. We'll send these two, Isabella and Sierra, to take out these guys. Where is...
Yeah.
Absolute Krillima, baby. Absolute Krillima, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Okay. Rather than simply fighting your way through the garden, you clear... Oh, I guess I could have chosen. I didn't see it, but... You clear the palace's chambers of all resistance to make sure nobody can catch you in the back. Once you sound the all clear, a group of Totonac warriors move in to secure the entrance so you can prepare to face Moctezuma. To the palace. People are scavenging the dead bodies when Alejandro Pintado walks up to you, wiping sweat from his forehead. Capitan, we should rendezvous with Kitlali in the market to get an idea of how the war's going. Sure. Tenochtitlan on the market. The fighting hasn't touched the market of Tlatelolco, but the normally so busy street is completely deserted. The stalls sit empty, their colorful canopies fluttering in the wind. The central plaza, previously reserved for auctions, is littered with scattered bodies of Tlaxcalteca warriors. Behind the barricades, among scattered bodies of Totonac warriors, stands Quitlali. The Jaguar warriors you gave control over are rifling through the belongings of the fallen Aztecs. Your loyal Amazon raises a heavy arm in greeting as you approach her. We won. I take you were victorious in the palace. Of course we were. Are you ready to move on? Wait, good work, Kitali. I knew I could trust you. She musters a tired smile. What next? We return to the palace and meet Tepictoton. You lead your group back to Moctezuma's palace, where Tepictoton is already waiting for you with a small group of Jaguar warriors. He approaches you with an excited gait while waving his hand in the air to attract your attention. Santiago, Armada, Santiago. He places a light slightly trembling hand on your shoulder, I cannot express how excited I am to see you standing here in Moctezuma's palace. What a momentous occasion this is. Have you found the Emperor yet? Not yet. He must be holed up in his garden. The garden. I would have never thought of it. I would have never thought to look there. Then we must regroup and confront him. I will join you under your command if you desire. Dang. We could use the help. He looks at his warriors and they nod back and reply. My warriors will stand here and hold the entrance while we deal with the Emperor. He has nowhere to go, so make sure you are prepared before you strike. I'll wait for you here. I will return shortly. 10 equipment. 2 of Tepik Toton's Jaguar warriors bring forth a large wicker crate loaded with high-quality steel equipment, which they place on the ground beside you. Our best artisans have spent weeks working on this equipment, attempting to reproduce the techniques of your smiths. Please take it and use it to kill the Emperor. I messed up, but... This is a fountain of youth. Okay, who can I upgrade? Juan, the last guy we need to upgrade. Juan. And then we can have... only 1 lieutenant and 3 officers, so... Let's do fortune favored. Isabella, Mateo, Ana, Alejandro, Rafael, Pedro. So now we have our 2 sergeants and 1 lieutenant. Yes, so we have 3 officers now. And just because I like her, we could upgrade Kitlali. She will get, I don't know, Constitution. Alright, save. And let's kill Moctezuma. Tenochtitlan Palace. You make your way up to the garden where Moctezuma is holed up. From a distance, it doesn't look like the group is made up entirely of his personal guards. It seems like a fairly makeshift group, but they do appear well equipped. Moctezuma. The guards warn Moctezuma of arrival, and rather than cower behind them, he steps forward, flanked by his High General Capital, and strikes an imperial pose. He is clad in the garb of an eagle warrior beneath a Spanish steel breastplate. You have torn apart my city, when we have offered you nothing but the utmost hospitality. Now you come here with that usurper to steal my throne and put him on? Your own disregard for your people have brought us here. If you had been a better ruler, war would never come to here. Never come to your city. Open-minded and courageous followers gain morale. You disregarded your own people. He raises his maquitil and point on erupts from the back. The Totonaks are not meant to be ruled. We are a peaceful people who thrive only under the power of our own governments, and we never ask to be subject to you and ruled from afar by a man who has never been to any of our cities. The Emperor snarls at the chieftain. Peaceful? You might indeed have been able to rule yourselves if you could stop fighting each other long enough. I remind you that there was nothing but strife in the lands before the rise of the Aztec Empire. What could possess you to think you will get anything but strife if my empire falls? I will be a better ruler. Our Tepik Toton raises his chin proudly. I will be a better ruler, a just ruler. The Montezuma's snarl turns into a sneer. I predict your rule will last no longer than a day before your trusted ally Santiago Armada turns on you with all his troops. with all his troops and takes these lands for his own people, then you'll see what it means to serve another. He knows so well. He knows so well. I love these portraits too. They should bring these back. Logic artists. I know they changed their name, but Logic artist, please bring it back. Without further ado, Moctezuma raises his weapon above his head and shouts a snort. A short, stern command that resounds through the halls of the palace. I'll take Rosalia this time. 5? I think because he joins us, so we have to let him die. Right? Dang. Okay, push him. Charge, swipe. What does this do? Swipe. Attack 3 adjacent tiles. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Tartar sauce. That's fine. That means now I could kill him. Absolute krill on my baby. Rosalía, Juan. Oh, that's right, he gets incapacitated. Okay. You are knee deep in the blood of the Aztecs. Capital is dead. Moctezuma is lying among the flowers, spluttering blood, mumbling incomprehensibly to himself while butterflies idly flutter over his head. He reaches weakly out to the colorful insects, but they evade his touch, leave him to die. We kill him. Fall of the Empire. Tepitong suddenly looks much older. This probably is the most physical exertion that he has suffered in years. However, he no longer has the deeply troubled air that he carried about him since the war kicked off. He casts a glance over at the Emperor. Is it over? The Emperor is dead? The palace suddenly seems very quiet. The muffled sounds of the skirmishes make their way into the garden through the opening in the ceiling, but it sounds like the fighting outside is dying down as well. Too many have died here. Tabik-Toton teeters for a moment, and one of his jaguar warriors grabs his shoulder to keep him on his feet. The chieftain places one hand on the man's shoulder and leans against the stone pillar with the other. So many lives lost. I cannot decide if we should celebrate our victory or mourn our losses. The city is ravaged, and we are honor-bound to help in its restoration. But that will take months. I'm sorry. I should not burden you with my regrets and your hour of victory. Tonight, I will throw a feast in your honor here in the palace. It will be an occasion for reconciliation. None shall forget what you've done here. Our peoples shall benefit from our bond of trust for generations to come. Please, I need some time to myself to let the events of the past few days sink in. Return for the feast tonight, and I will see that you are generously rewarded for your role in our revolution. As you're leaving the palace, Alejandro Pitando releases a forlorn sigh. Look at the city, the splendor of it, even the hour of its ruin. If only we could have taken this city, we would have held all of these lands shorter, but our garrison is not strong enough. We have accomplished a lot here, though. Perhaps it is time we take what we have and go back to Spain. Dang. I don't think I had enough. I don't... What do you mean our garrison was not enough? I don't understand. I have the max party size. Whatever. Let's see if we can't. Tenochtitlan Palace. You return to the palace with all your troops later in the evening. The palace still bears some scars of the fighting, but it's been cleaned up surprisingly well, and is in a quite respectable condition for a royal feast. Tabik-Toton looks like his old self again, and he's changed out of his jaguar war armor into a very fancy gown that you suspect he pilfered from Moctezuma's wardrobe. You join him along with the careful selection of the city's highest-ranking nobles in the feast hall and and enjoy one of the best meals you've had in a long time. 12,000, yeah. The chieftain turned emperor signals his servants, and they bring out 4 large chests full to the rim with gold and jade, valuable gems and pearls. Your people gasp with delight, and there is much clapping and cheering from around the feast hall. When everybody's drunk and full of splendid feast, it's getting late. You thank the emperor many times for his hospitality and graciousness, and retire to your own quarters alongside your troops. You played an instrumental role in resolving the conflict between the Aztec Empire and the Totonac people. Your troops are markedly tired, not from the night's feast, but from everything they have seen and done. It might be time to return your ship and sail back to Spain. Alright. We tried, ladies and gentlemen, we tried. I don't know what you need, but I'm far too tired to, I'm far too tired to just redo everything again. $20,000 valuables is not bad. I think there's anything more we need. We did it. We made it to the end. We'll sell off our, not all our medicine, but some of our medicine to get gold and I don't know what else. It just, I don't know, it doesn't feel real. The game's over, you know? It's bittersweet. What was the garrison supposed to be? You know? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to, like, go back? Look at that. 20,000 valuables. So we missed our chance to... that's all we can carry. 22,000 valuables. What? I think we should just end it. I don't think we should linger any longer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's bittersweet. I don't know what we could have done to conquer Tenochtitlan, or to claim it for España. What is this? Corpse? Corpse. I'm at a loss for words. It's just, this game has given me so much. And the thing is, I don't even know if I'll even play it again. I'll just... What could I have done differently, you know? I don't know. That Aztec came across the dead body of a warrior who might have been injured. Her home only to collapse. Give her a Christian burial. Across the dead Amazon, judging from, looks like a group of amateur Italian Neils next to a dead woman. This was Miao Xochitl. She once came to my aid during battle against the Mixtec before we were cast out of Tenochtitlan. She was a fierce warrior who knew no fear, and she should be buried according to the customs of our people. Bury her according to the customs of native people. Put the woman in a seated position and wrap her in a mortuary bundle. You don't have time to cremate it as proper for warrior, but I really want to know, how do you make it so that everyone... While you prepare for it, you can tell I still haven't caught her hands idly playing with a small wooden cross. Does it worry you that I do not pay tribute to your god? I do wish that you open yourself to God's love, but such a thing must not be forced upon you. I dream of taking you with me back to Spain and marrying you. If such things to happen, you must be Christian. I love you. I love everything that you are. I would not wish you to change. I am a Christian man by birth, and nothing will ever change that, but I barely pray true to the Lord. I do wish that you would open yourself up to God's love, but such a thing must not be forced upon anyone. I confess that I don't understand your rituals. I don't see why you would think that one God might watch over us. There's so many conflicts in the world, and so much that contradicts itself. The Lord is not like man. His will is not easily understood. If even our priests can spend a lifetime without ever coming to truly understand him, how could anyone ever expect that of you? It's not just your faith. I often feel a stranger among you, even with the others of my kind here. I was hoping that feeling would disappear, but you don't feel like one of us. Among my sisters, we were equals. We shared the same values, the same hopes and goals. Of course, the same language. I have so little in common with you Spaniards, even with you. I'm sure they'll find that we have many things in common. All you have to do is sit down and speak with the others. What can I discuss with people? What can I contribute? I do not know your kings or your nobles. I have not studied your philosophers. I have not fought in your wars. But you do know of other kings and nobles, and you have fought in wars. There's common ground there. What am I to you? You're more to me than I could ever express with words. She smiles. Oh, Don Juan, let's go, baby. She laughs lightly. I'm not sure that's true. You do have a way with them. She rolls on top of you and kisses you deeply. Let's go. Wow. A bit of an oversight by the developers, but it is what it is, Chief. Ho ho ho, baby. I'm so sad. I didn't get to conquer Tenochtitlan for myself. "540 days since we landed in Hispaniola. Gain more valuables. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude our campaign of Expeditions Conquistador. Let's go home. Let's end this game. La Maria Teresa. La Maria Teresa is safely moored on a modest pier constructed to service the ships bringing people and cargo to Fortaleza de Gutierrez. A small contingent of Spanish soldiers from Santo Domingo are garrisoned here to guard the pier. The ship is in good condition, and you can leave whenever you like. Of course, returning to Spain without achieving anything significant will not inspire a warm welcome. I don't know what else I could do. So let's end it. Are you sure you want to leave Mexico and return to Spain? Ending your expedition? Return to Spain.
With our long quest at an end, the time had finally come for us to return to Spain. Our journey home was quiet and uneventful, and in those silent days, we had plenty of time to contemplate what we had undergone and to think of memories of home. When we finally sighted the coast of Spain, we understood that we were not the same people who had left so long ago. No matter what lay before us, our life would never be the same. When we showed the king the medium treasures in our hall, he was unimpressed. After he took the royal share, there was little left for ourselves. As reward, our Capitan was granted a title and bestowed a modest piece of land in the hills. For us, well, at least we had our memories.
I don't know what I could have done differently.
Thanks to the leadership of our Capitan, our Compañía returned to Spain, even larger than when we had departed. Among the bourgeoisie, news spread like wildfire of our exploits, and soon many people flocked to our side. But even as we grew in numbers and prestige, those of us who had been there from the start held on to our special bond. We had been the catalyst that brought about the collapse of the once mighty Aztec Empire. From travelers, we heard that with Moctezuma slain, some peace returned to the New World. We knew, however, that the peace was temporary, and that our achievements would never earn us esteem with our countrymen. In time, others would follow us, and perhaps not be such allies to the Totonac as we were. But come what may, they would always remember us as their friends and allies.
I don't know how I would have ended the game. I think it crashed. Oh. Expeditions Conquistador. Sorry. Beautiful. Thank you. These guys, big round of applause. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Sure, some things get repetitive, but I'm just glad I could experience it. I don't know if I want to do Expeditions Viking. I feel like Conquistador and Rome are such great games already. But we'll see. I bet you the last one is what happens when you conquer the Aztec Empire. So, from my understanding, let me just talk here a little bit. We didn't have the troops, so I don't know how we were supposed to get the troops. Unless we let the Totonac get decimated themselves. But how would we even do that? I don't know. So we didn't take Tenochtitlan, and as a result, we got the average ending. We came back with riches, but nothing else. I'm guessing if we conquered Tenochtitlan, we would have, come back home, and he would have made us viceroy, and all our people would have had lands in the New World, and I don't know how to betray Totonac. So even though it was 540 days, which would have been something in calendar years, give me a second. I have to go back all the way to, okay, whatever. We got there March 1518, so for using we'll say it's like March 1st, 1518, and we added 540 days. August 2027. So it was August 1520. I mean, in the game. Okay. From my understanding, looking at the achievements now, I have 41 out of 60 achievements. So, revive an enemy, marry a native, 15%. Okay, let's see. So, everyone started off the game recruiting Isabella. 20% barely made it on Hispaniola to fight the guy, or to fight in the tournament. Only 30% ever defeated Esteban. Only 20% ever finish Hispaniola. And out of those 20%, 15 or 16% married Tayana, 13 got Kaona, 13 got the Beast. Only 7 discovered the Fountain of Youth. Only 9 completed the Temple of Death. 12% completed the Fortaleza, or even began to rebuild it. Only 9% discovered the volcano tunnels. 7% sacrificed one of their members. Only 5% ever found all the cairns and compiled all the maps of Mexico. 15% discovered Tenochtitlan. 9% recruited Patali. 2.3% recruited all 6 native followers in a single playthrough. 7% restored Fortaleza to its former glory. 7% or 8% discovered El Dorado. 11% whoever played recruited or promoted a follower to lieutenant. Only 9% ever kicked off the battle for Tenochtitlan. 7% killed Moctezuma. 4% formed a relationship with Itlali. Again, those same 4% returned to Spain without losing any expedition members. And 6% of the players completed the game. The entire game on normal difficulty. The things I have left are to kill. So out of 100 people, only 6 ever completed the game fully, like Hispaniola and Mexico. So out of those 100, only about 20 ever made it off of Hispaniola. And of those 20, 6 made it to, or finished the game completely. So this game is not even played that long. And it sucks because this game is so... There's just a lot there. And let me go through the rest of the achievements and I'll explain what I liked about the game. Kill an enemy with a cannon blast. No. Deal more than 100 points of damage with a single attack. I don't know how to do that. Kick an enemy into a burning or trapped space. Could have done that. Experience a mutiny. Nope. Win a non-tutorial battle without ever getting to melee distance of an enemy. Unlock all codex entries. I'm pretty sure getting rid of Tenochtitlan would have been the end of it. Achieve 15 flawless victories in a row on normal or greater difficulty. Aid the escaped slaves. I didn't do that. Turn against your allies at the hour of their triumph. I was given the option, but Alejandro said we couldn't. Ecstasy of gold. Return to Spain with 50,000 valuables or more. I know how to do that next time. Defying history. Save Moctezuma. I guess I would have to side with the Aztecs. Fully research all possible inventions and construct one item from every possible recipe. I don't know why I didn't get that. I did. Vasquez, complete the game in Iron Man mode or on any difficulty. Pizarro, complete the game on hard difficulty of pen and swords. Win a non-tutorial battles with only scholars and doctors. Merchant, trade at every market in both campaigns in a single playthrough. I'm pretty sure I did that. I don't remember when I didn't. And then Aguirre, complete the game on insane difficulty. What I liked about the game was its attention to historical detail. Obviously, in all expedition games, its attention to historical detail. I have 60 hours in this game, or 56 hours. I like the party system. I love the portraits and the in-depthness of the chart more than Rome's dialogue. The portraits just sell the experience too. The movement is a bit clunky, but I don't know if it's because I'm bad at games or if it's a bad game design. I'm going to say it's because I'm bad at games, but I do like the turn-based nature of it all. It's sort of D&D in that aspect. It is a CRPG, so. I like the combat. The combat is great. It really pushes me, which I think is a good thing. But it's not too difficult that I can't accomplish it. Like the battle for Tenochtitlan, the Causeway battle, 15 enemies in 15 turns. Wow. You really have to be tactically savvy to do that. And I barely was. So I think the People Logic artist nailed the combat spot on, almost spot on. It was almost perfect. There's some things that could be improved upon. The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how much it wants you to prioritize who you choose. So I think that's something to note. I don't know if that's positive or negative. There weren't a lot of random encounters, and when they were, it was fine. Could have been better, but I don't know in what way. Again, the combat amazing, the story great, to the plot there. So the options also there. It's such a well-rounded experience. I just wish it would let you be more. I don't know though. I don't know. It's a great game. 9 out of 10 for sure. There's some things I just don't like, but that's personal preference. I don't think there's bad game design apart from how you move in the world and the camping mechanic. I understand why they implemented it. They got rid of it in Rome, which I don't think they should have. But, then again, I don't know what changed between Conquistador and Viking, and from Viking to Rome. Dialogue was fine. Again, it was a really strong point. It was historically accurate. I don't know how I was supposed to betray them. I'm gonna look at guides later, so I could do that next run. But I lived as close to Cortés as possible. Next time on Pizarro, we'll do it more, I guess. And Aguirre will side with the Aztecs. Or I'll side. I'm not going to show you guys. I'll play this on my own time. But it's a great experience overall. I liked a lot about it. What I didn't like has to do with the movement and the camping mechanics. I think those could have been improved upon, but I don't know how. Like, you get to a point where some of your guys are just, it's just extra space. There's nothing to do. I'm sending out scholars and doctors to go hunt. It doesn't make any sense, but I understand why they did it. Skill checks, there weren't a lot of them, so I don't even know why they included them to begin with, but I digress. So yeah, the things I don't like are inconvenient or minor, but they're not major. The major part of the game, they have a good story. They have good game mechanics and design. They have a solid plan and choices and all that. It's a really good CRPG. I highly recommend both Conquistador and Rome. I haven't played Viking, so I can't recommend it. But yeah, that's nice. So I've been your host, Spanish Galleon. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully next time I could play other games, because this took a lot. It took a lot. I'm looking at see if they're guides, which means I don't know if there are guides to conquering Mexico. Sorry for that. Regardless, I'm going to check to see if I can do the PC building stream later today. I doubt it. I'll check. You guys will see. But it'll be on the main channel because I don't want it to not be there. In other news, I've been playing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero lately, and I think I like it a lot. I know, that's so weird to say. So, let me know what series you want me to do next, if you have a preference. I don't. I am probably going to... I don't know. Rome I have 100 hours in. Conquistador I have 56 hours in. But you see, Rome's Rome's characters pop out. Rome, okay, what Rome does is that they give you 6 core guys and then everyone else is just fodder. In this game, in Conquistador, everyone is fodder, essentially. But you have to get to know them, which is more intense. Like, I know, Juan, Alejandro, Pedro, Anacaona, Kitlali. I get to learn these guys, whereas I only know the 6 main ones, and then, Titus Polo and Lucius Vorenus in Rome. Other than that, I don't. I know Lucullus, I know Cleopatra, I know Vercingetorix, Caiso, Cyrnos, Bestia, Calida, Deianira. Those are the 6 main ones, and I think I don't know how to do. I wouldn't know how to do it. Like, I don't know how you would combine choosing a group of randos, essentially, and then learning about them intimately. Because, again, I know all my expedition members were Mercedes, Alejandro, Pedro, the ones I took, Juan, Sierra, Rosalia, Rita, Rafael, Isabella, just a couple more. Ana, Montego. Those are the guys I took with me, or Isabella. And then there was Laszlo, there was Kitalali, Coyotil, Necali, Patali, Anacaona, Tayana. I actually got to know them more than just the surface level. They were just there. Whereas in Rome, it was just, I knew the 6 main ones that they make it seem like they're the main characters anyway you need to take on. Whereas in this game, it was really up to my choosing. Obviously, I had a core group to begin with, but I could expand outwards if I wanted to. I don't know. That was another thing. This game has really great party dynamics, whereas in Rome, it's kind of glossed over. So Logic Artist, I think it's Logic Artist. I forget. Campfire Cabal, they changed it, but please, please, please find a fusion between Conquistador and Rome. I don't know how you would make it. Because another thing in Conquistador, you are the captain of your own destiny, mostly. I mean, obviously you get quests from other people in a higher position of power. But again, in Conquistador, you can betray Tepic Toton, and conquer Tenochtitlan for yourself and for España. I mean, that's historically accurate. Whereas in Rome, they kind of just baby you under the title legate. Like, I can't even participate in politics. Whereas this one, I can. I could choose the Totonac. I could choose the Aztecs. I could choose myself. And it's not in depth. I understand. It's not in depth. It's simply just there because it's there, which both games lack, and letting you have more agency. I think it has to do with game design. I don't know. I don't know. It is a great game. Again, 9 out of 10. For a couple of things, but 9 out of 10. If you like CRPGs and just, I don't even know what they'd call it. RPG, strategy, turn-based indie, turn-based strategy. Yeah. I love, again, the combat they did phenomenally. I love the combat so much. And the characters are all, they let you get to know them, which is really great. But again, if you're looking for an RPG, turn-based type of strategy game, the Expedition series Conquistador and Rome are solid. They are nothing less than a 7. Both of them are above a 7. Obviously, I place Conquistador at 9 and Rome at like an 8 or something, but they're solid. The problem is people don't spend enough time to get to know the games. And I'm not saying I spend enough time to know the games. However, I will say that I want to have a little more agency. I don't want to just be caught in between two things. I mean, Conquistador, I'm guessing, gives you a little bit more because you could turn on your ally, but you're not leading the army. You're not constructing the stuff. You're supposed to be Cortés, but Cortés is actually in charge, and he like besieges Tenochtitlan, whereas in this game, it's done for you. Or I don't know if there's another way to do it. In Rome, you're supposed to be Gaius Julius Caesar. I know you're supposed to be Gaius Julius Caesar because you can't even name yourself Gaius Julius Caesar. You don't even get the Julia nomen, or the option to do Kaiser cognomen. You could choose Gaius as a praenomen, but again, my first guy I was Marcus Aemilius Mamerticus. My second guy, as we saw, was Publius Cornelius Scipio. So you're supposed to be Kaiser, but you're not Kaiser. That's the thing with the expedition games. They're so history detailed oriented. They're so concerned with the details of history, which is great, but they have to shirk you by not letting you be as agent as you want. You don't have a lot of agency. You're kind of at the whims of whatever the game developers decide is the path. If they give you paths, but they already decide what the path is. I don't know if there's a way to even superare that, to surpass that, to overcome that. It just seems like in any game design, you can have agency to a point, but there will always be greater agency that the game has to impose for it to be an experience. Maybe that's just the way games are. I don't know. It would be nice if I, as Cortés, could choose to talk to this ally or to this tribe or to that tribe, or to, you know what I mean? Or to start a siege, or, to propose a plan. Oh, I have to overcome a trial? Fine, I overcome the trial. Okay, what is the next thing I have to do to gain your people's trust? I gain your trust. I send you guys out. You know what I mean? Like, where can I become Cortés? Where can I become Caesar? Because in Rome, I'm a legate. I'm a general. But the consul always has power over a legate. The legate is second in command, no matter what, unless they're a delegation. But in Rome, you're the general. I'm in charge of a legio. But then what? I don't get to sign peace treaties with Cleopatra, even though we share a bed together. You know what I mean? Like I'm able to marry natives. I'm able to, bed queens. But I can't decide whether or not I want to attack a city or besiege a city, or whose alliance I want and whose I don't. I suppose this is a wake-up call for me to start designing a game where I can do that. But that would be such a Herculean task, and fortunately I have a job, so I don't know how much of it I could get done. But just something where it's like I have choices that I have to follow, sure, but it's the choice I make, Like when I go to Hispaniola, and it's technically the tutorial, but when I go to Hispaniola, I should be able to decide if I want to keep the governor or not, or if I want to side with the rebels or not. I mean, I guess I could, but I want to go to the tribes and be like, okay, they hate me for being a Spaniard, but let me gain your trust, or let me wipe you off the face of the earth, or whatever it might be. I, I mean, it's much more prominent in Mexico, the Mexico section, where you should be able to ally yourselves with the Totonac, while simultaneously allying yourself with the Tlaxcala, while simultaneously undermining Tenochtitlan. But it's that path and stuff. In Rome, I should be able to ally myself with Cleopatra. I should be able to ally myself with Gallic tribes without it being a story mission. I mean, Rome is a lot more linear than Conquistador, but Conquistador is still pretty straightforward. It gives you multiple linear paths to follow. Like, I followed all the quests to the very end, but like, how was I supposed to overthrow Totonac? Was I supposed to actually besiege Paplanta? Was I actually supposed to save Momochil? I don't know. I don't know how you would do that in a game. I really don't. But those complaints aside, both are really solid games. None of them, Expeditions Conquistador and Expeditions Rome, at least a 7. At least a 7 for both of them. They're really solid. Whether or not they're an 8 or 9, it depends on personal preference, but they're really solid games. You do get invested in them if you give it the time. So I can't wait for the new title that's coming out. My guess, I have 3 guesses. 1, Sengoku Jidai, or the Warring States period in Japan, which is from like 1450 to 1600. One of those time periods. So unified Japan, essentially. The other, the Crusades. Whether it's the first, or second, or third, or fourth. It's probably not the fourth. It's probably the first or the third Crusade. Or it is some sort of modern era thing, like Napoleon, or the American Revolution, or the French Revolution, or something like that. But my guess is between Japan or the Crusades. What else could they do? They already did Rome. Greece, but they went from the conquest of the New World to Vikings to Rome. Nihon, the Crusades, the Middle East. It would seem likely. I don't know. They didn't pay me, but if they're watching, reach out to me. I played your games through. I mean, looking at Rome, only 14% have ever completed Rome. So out of 100 people, only 14 completed Rome. Conquistador, again, only 6% have completed it. So, Campfire Cabal, please give me a ring. I can help you at least test some things. I would love to help them. Their opinion, give opinions and stuff. Just I'll even play through Viking. How about that? I even play through Viking, but yeah, the conquest of the New World. I can only ever think of the Crusades, Sengoku Jidai, or something modern like Napoleon. But whatever it is, however it comes out to be, that'll be all. I've been your host, Spanish Galleon, and I've been yapping for too long. So, I'll let you guys go. As always, Viva Cristo Rey. Arriba Hispanidad, Adelante Hispanos. Thank you so much for following on this journey. I feel accomplished. I feel like Tepic Toton. I didn't think I'd finish it, and I'm glad I did. I'm sad I didn't get the ending I wanted, but we'll see. So, Adiós, vuestras mercedes.